He just has to miss out on the summary.
Oh, browse typing.
Typing.
Typing isn't talking.
Dun dun.
Maybe she's having headset problems again.
Mm.
Oh.
We. Oh.
Oh, there she goes. Yeah.
Hello.
She's in here.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes. Oh,
Welcome.
the voice of an
Royal.
angel.
Hello.
Hello. I was like, everyone's dead silent. Okay, whatever.
Oh my god, you
We've
were
been
dead
talking for a
silent.
while.
Okay, I was just like, it's weird that everyone's quiet, but maybe everyone's just tired. Whatever.
Nah, I was chatting up a storm, actually.
Hold on.
Do.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome. Now we can get underway. Do we want to talk about what happened last session? Make sure everybody is on the same page.
Yeah.
We finished off doing the act home, and then we went to Butterskull. We noticed there was a lot of like damage, but also like the animals were still there. And then we helped the owner out of the cellar because he was tied up. And now we're here waiting to do some smashing of orcs.
You know what, Mortia? I actually love that almost every episode now you are the person that does the beginning of it.
I also like that a lot. I'll give you an inspiration point for that, honestly.
Inspo, baby.
just because, for the principle of it. It's pretty rare, I'll be honest. Not everybody wants to speak up. But yeah, so you guys are at Butterskull Ranch. You did indeed find Mr. Big Al captured and bound up to a chair with a bag on his head in his own house, in his own cellar. Afterwards, you guys traveled with him down to the burned down barn. He said that he needs a nap, and so I gave you guys all an hour to kind of get yourselves ready and prepared for what lies next. And he also tells you that he has a scout that he's been talking to using a sending stone that is supposed to be coming back at some point, but currently has not got back to him. And so I guess what we'll pick back up at is after that 1 hour little rest you guys had. You guys have kind of made a small camp. Realistically, the only thing you guys had set out, because you're aware that this is a hostile area, is just a little campfire. Maybe you took your bags off and have them laying by the side, or you've got maybe a bedroll out, and that's about it. Your weapons, obviously, ready to go and within arm's reach. Excuse me. Big Al, at this point, you'll see that he'll get up, he'll stretch a little bit, and you can tell that he is very much has a veteran's working man's body, like a true blue collar guy. He's working hard labor his whole time. His hands are calloused, and he looks like he's picked up boulders, for a lack of better expression. And it also comes with a lot of scarring. Some of it looks like wrinkles, but you can definitely see the faint scars of, be it maybe an arrow that has cut him or pierced his skin, maybe the occasional sword or axe scratch here and there. And thankfully, he got no valid or visible bruises, but you can tell he's in his later years as he cracks his back and his knees pop every time that he squats down. But he goes over to the little campfire that's there, and you can see that he kind of pulls out a couple of rations that you guys had given him, and he starts to kind of cook up some of the meat and maybe pops a couple eggs onto it, and he looks around to the rest of you and he says, "All right, I'm waiting for confirmation on my scout. He hasn't responded quite yet, so assume he's still a bit busy in the wind." And I'd say probably like a good 10 or 15 minutes go. At this point, he gets you all kind of fed for the day. Again, it's only about, I think it's only like 1 o'clock, so you guys have had your breakfast, but at this point, you're gonna need your lunch. So he makes sure that using whatever rations you guys have given him, you guys are all fed, and it's a really hearty meal, different than what you've experienced in the Stonehill Tavern, and definitely a lot better than the normal rations you guys have had to munch on. And he talks about how he started out as a cook, actually as a baker with his mother and father, and then eventually he wanted to do more. So he took on woodworking and stone carving to help out building part of Fandolin's buildings and make them stronger. He said that he even worked on the blacksmith down there and getting their forge ready to go. And you guys talk about how you know the lion shields, and you guys kind of go back and forth. He tells you that he grew up with some of Esmeralda's older brothers. And you guys let him know that unfortunately some of them have passed, but you were unsure of which ones. So he does a small little prayer over a symbol of, I want to say it's Sylvanus, some god. Obviously, it's a lawful god, but it represents fertility and growth amongst the world. It's a bit more nature-sided than, dare I say, holy. But you know, it's a good god. He believes in good things. And then he goes on to tell you about how he traveled a little bit, and after helping the lion shields out, had picked up a sword and began to learn combat. Spent the next 5 or 6 years of his life becoming a bit better with a sword. Never fancied himself a shield user, but when the time arises, you know, he would take it and go ahead and wield it if you need to. But for the most part, he was a frontline fighter and spent his probably a good 6 or 7 years after his training also helping out around the area, solving some of Fandolin's old issues. And he mentions how, yeah, we heard of Axholm, but at my age, we were a little too afraid to go and even touch that. So he does give you guys some props for that. And you guys share some of the other things that have been kind of going on with the White Dragon and the orcs, and bringing up the fact that you guys recognize, hey, they're following Bao. He scrutinizes them and says that it's odd, don't you think, that a tribe of orcs that are supposed to be valiant and you know, run by this code are suddenly just murdering people for reasons they don't know. Bao tends to be kind of the opposite god of what orcs in his day used to follow. And then as the conversations come into an end and he's letting you all have your thoughts, he pulls out his little stone and he puts it up to his ear and he goes, "Huh, interesting. Alright, I've got an update for us. Seems like there's a wanderer out by the gate. Made their way here about an hour or so. Not exactly who they are, but they seem to be a nice-looking folk, a human of sorts. Have some nice plate armor on, and if you all call for backup."
Not to my knowledge.
No.
No, we've not called anyone.
Interesting. Well, maybe they're just a adventurer who's not sure what's going on. Hey, I suppose we could go out and meet him if you want. That being said, you guys are in this barn, so you are not inherently in view of anyone. Like, obviously, you guys know this is a very large area, and there's not, like, if any, height variance at all, unless you're near the hills. So you guys are pretty much, as far as you're concerned, hidden. If a dragon flew over, I don't know if the dragon would see you, is what I'm saying. So you can assume that anybody else is walking around, unless they're on the hills, they're probably not going to notice that you guys are here. And you see Tofu looks around and he goes, no backup, eh? I could have sworn that one of you might have a little ace up your sleeve.
I mean,
Okay.
we all probably have our own tricks, not personally hidden.
So, not quite sneaky if you. One might be able to get a better vantage point, see who
Yeah.
it is.
Hey, Ryle. That's your specialty, isn't it? Okay,
Yeah, I can-
fantastic.
Okay.
I'll go up through the weird dead body mounds of this field.
All right. Yeah, if you want, you can go ahead and pick a location. I'd say within the fenced area, so that way you have A, more coverage because of the orchards and so on. B, so you're not just entirely out in the open. And then I will let you make me a perception check, and I'm gonna give you advantage on it as well.
Okay. Is like that the fenced area, or do you mean like this fenced area?
Any of them, any area that has a fence, the wooden fence, I
Okay.
would say. The white is the path, not the fence.
Everything the sun touches, Simba.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. I will. And we said that these were like 10-foot squares, right?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about movement. I'm not.
I know, I'm just trying to figure out in terms of like
Excuse me.
how far away I want to stay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'll just put up here.
Okay.
And if I don't get anything, I'll move closer.
Okay.
Okay, do you want me to make a stealth check or?
No.
Okay. And then you said perception?
Yep.
Or
With advantage.
Okay. advantage?
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, so you make your way through the orchard, staying low between the underneath the trees and such. Climbing into one, you poke you get high enough in the tree to not be out in the open and not be above the canopy. So like maybe the direct center of it. And you kind of look around, eyeing out the hills at first, because you understand vantage points and weaknesses of an area, and so you scour that, and the hills seem to be fine and empty. But then you look towards Tribord Trail, and you do see a figure. From this distance, it's hard to make out exactly what they look like, but they do seem to be a human or a humanoid of some sort. Maybe, yeah, with what looks to be like something in their hands, or just one arm, maybe crooked at the elbow or a little bit, just a little bit out in front of them. They seem to be holding something. Maybe they're reading a book, maybe they're drawing in a journal, you're not quite sure. And you can see that they definitely, I'm not going to say they look out of place, but they don't look like they know exactly where they're at. Maybe they're a bit lost, but yeah, you do notice this person from a distance. You know that it'll probably take you running back to the group. You probably will get there faster than this person would get to the three-way intersection of the farm.
Okay. Do I notice any like weapons or anything like that?
Yeah, you from it's hard to make out exactly what, but you can tell they have something at their side hanging from maybe their belt, and then they are wearing a bit of mail armor. You're not sure if it's chain mail or if it's plate mail, but you can definitely tell they have a bit chunkier metal armor on than maybe similar to what Lane's wearing, but obviously not made out of leather and what is it? Manticore hide. But it does look like to be a nice set of armor, and the coloring, well, I guess I should ask, Yeshua, do you have any specific colors or any specific description you would like to give her from this distance?
The colors that you can make out are very not like a very bright, like a vibrant color, but like it's a very like some red. Like there's a lot of you can definitely tell over like you can see the armor and everything, but like over the armor is like kind of a flowy like kind of I guess not a cloak, but like maybe like kind of a robe of some kind. It's very red, not like a bright red, but like you can still make it out from this distance.
Maybe like a sunburnt tomato red.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Brio, would you like to head back to the group and tell them your findings?
Yeah, I'll just head back to them and tell them.
Okay. Okay. Yeshua, as you are traveling down this trail, you see that this is indeed Butterskull Ranch, and it is a bit bigger than than most farms, and even in this time, as free land farms tend to not exist. They're usually in kingdoms, they're usually in a secured place, and so you realize, like, wow, this is actually quite an impressive and massive ranch that is almost sandwiched between two hills. So, let's see, yeah. If you look to your right, the arrow pointing up is the direction of elevation. So these lines, between each line, you ascend up 10 feet. And at the very top is it's a little weird, but it's in the corner. So if you head towards the corner, you're going up higher. And this one kind of sits the most prominent above, or of the two, while the other hill seems to be a bit longer, outstretched, and it does not ascend nearly as high, but hugs the backside of the ranch. And you can see that there are beautiful cornfields, which are the yellow guys, as well as what looks to be like an apple orchard, and a small flower garden that sits behind this fence that you are now coming up upon. And just taking a quick peek around as you're coming in, trying to get an idea of your surroundings, you see there's quite a lot of pigs that seem to be throughout the field, almost like they're not being, like, obviously they're not kept in their pen, but, like, you know, these pigs are kind of just doing whatever they want. And as you get closer to this fence, you begin to see the occasional body of what looks to be like ranch hands or farmers. And making your way to the intersection of this farm, you see that there's in fact a lot of bodies, and notably there are two flags, or two flagpoles, I should say, that are kind of attached to the fences, kind of making a little gateway into this intersection. And they have a pure black flag on, pure black flag with red axes, like a singular red axe on each side of the flag. And these two flags just wave in the wind. And let's see where, yep, we're gonna go here. And then Brio comes back, slinking through the stillness of the air, very stealthily as she does, and reports to you guys that there is some sort of traveler who is on their way. She just gives you guys a brief description of what she saw as well.
Do you think friend or
I mean,
friend?
they seemed kind of lost.
Did they look like an orc?
I don't
That's valid.
think
That's
so.
Did they
You
like
never
have any
know.
colors that we should look out for? Or...
They had Drago. Was the red the same as the at the fighty thing? What, I'm forgetting words.
Tournament of Power? No.
Yes.
No. It's not. Most of the reds you
Okay.
guys have seen so far have been like really dark burgundy oranges, or sorry, burgundy reds, or very, dare I say, loud bright reds. This is very much a softer version of red, It has a bit of an orangish hue to it, but it's still very much red.
It's got some more warmth to it.
Okay. Yeah, I think be wary, but I also am just wary about all new people. But, and I like describe all the weapons and everything that I saw. But, I think this person might just be lost. But who knows? Because, you know, magic. People trying to kill people. Who's to say? Murder god.
True.
No symbols, no
No.
marks that might make it seem like they were expecting to find a pile of bodies here when they arrived.
I did not get up close enough. If you want me to try and go back, I can, but I don't think I'll make it back in time. I mean, I could send a signal.
I mean, maybe we should all come out and look for ourselves.
You want to do what we do best and just confront?
Yes.
Uh, yeah, but not like. I don't think we should be aggressive.
No, I'm not saying be
That's-
aggressive. I'm just saying be blunt about it and be like, hey, who are you? Do you need help?
That's-
What's going on?
Do you
Yeah,
serve?
that sounds like a plan.
All right. With that, Thistle is going to start, I don't know, flying in this general direction.
Like my hairbrush just now.
And considering I have walking speed,
All right. Well, okay. All right. Just calm down. One at a time. Oh, everyone's moving, and I'm not ready.
okay.
Okay. All right. So Yashua, you begin. You continue your way down the path, taking note in your journal of the things you're seeing, the various bodies. Some of them put on stakes through their chest on the fence, and you can tell that most of the farmland here has been untouched. But you very clearly see that there is a farmhouse off in the distance by a pond, and then there seems to be two buildings, one to the north and one to the northwest, that seem to be burned down. One of them looks like maybe a barn, and another one looks to be of some sort of stone wooden building, but they don't have, there's no smoke coming off of them, and they don't look as if they have been burned recently. So you can tell that they've probably just sat there for some years untouched. And you begin making your way back north to the path, and you notice a couple of figures kind of slink out of the shrubbery, I should say. At first, on the path looks to be an elven woman, donning a very nice set of leather gear, with what looks to be a very nice, almost elven wood enriched bow. You're not exactly sure what kind of bow or where it originates, but you can tell it has fine craftsmanship. And she comes out with a arrow notched to it, but it seems to be pointing at the ground, as if she's not aiming at you and not giving you an aggressive stance. And then you hear the fluttering of soft wings as a fairy seems to kind of fly out of the flowers themselves. And you do see another figure walking down the path, a humanoid of sorts, but wearing very dark black robery, with very pale skin. And then off in the orchard, you see a large man standing by one of the trees with a large axe on his, or not axe, sorry, a large sword and various other items, or various other weapons attached to his back. He just seems to be looking at you, and it is indeed a very strange set of creatures, but you find yourself faced with the closest one being the elf. You guys are about 15 feet away from each other. Thistle, Mortia, and Maxwell, you see this figure, And you know what? Yeshua, go ahead and give them a description of what they see, as they are now close enough to see detail.
Yes, I can also post a picture of my character to give them an idea of the face and stuff. Da, da, da. I'll post this in...
You can put it in general.
Yeah, I'll post it in general.
It's where we just throw everything anyway.
Yeah, so this is what he looks like. He appears to be fully human. Fairly young, kind of blue eyes, golden blonde curly hair. He's wearing some amount of armor, but mostly what you get is the that kind of reddish orange kind of robe. That's kind of draped around him. He has a shield on his back, and he's holding a book. He also has a mace at his hip. He does put the book away, though, as he approaches, or, well, I guess as you approach him. He kind of looks up at all of you. Well, I feel welcomed.
Well, what you doing here?
Ryle. You know what? That's a good question. But are you lost? Do you need help of some kind?
Is this Butterskull Ranch?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great, I'm not lost then.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. You, got a mission to come here too, I guess, then?
No, I was looking for someone I met a long time ago, well, a few years ago. I don't know if you would know him, big cat named Tofu.
Why?
I'm just gonna start laughing.
Yes.
Why are you looking for him?
That cat gets around.
He gets around a lot of us, apparently.
A long time ago, back when I first met him, he told me that some folks around this place might need some help, and I finally decided to come looking for him. As it seems, it may indeed need some help. As he says that, he kind of looks over at the pile of bodies. A lot of help.
That's fire.
You know what? Yeah, I believe him.
Okay. Yep. You want to just walk back?
No,
Sure.
of course not. How does he know we didn't put these bodies here?
We don't need to tell him.
Maxwell, what's wrong with you?
It's an astute observation. They're just dropping names and walking into
Yeah,
Butterskull Ranch.
Why didn't you ask if we put the bodies there? I'm literally holding... Okay.
Okay, I'm assuming because this person has a lot of weapons.
Let Yeshua talk.
Yeah. Say your piece.
Well, to be honest with you, they're already dead. I'd only start caring if you tried to attack me.
That lead.
I like him.
That's all it takes.
That's pretty fair.
Their souls have already moved on. I'm only here to save people that need it.
I can respect that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Tofu can take care of himself.
Yeah. So Tofu's up this hill, by the way.
Camp.
Well,
Cannot take care of himself.
he can take care of himself if we're all surrounded by him. If he's just by himself, he can't.
Well, don't get me wrong. The man can fight, but I'm talking about like mentally with some of the
Right.
actions.
That's why we need to be there.
Yes.
Let's head back to Tofu.
Yeah, he's up
Oh.
this hill.
Anyway, Yeshua, it's nice to meet you. My name is Thistle.
He has not mentioned his name yet, by the way.
That is true.
My bad.
So you see that the fairy then gives you a nice little wave as she says her name.
Just kinda-
It is nice to meet you.
The pale-faced, the pale-faced woman, wearing all black. You see as she gets closer, and she kind of gives you a little head bow, with her hands now in her robe sleeves. Her armor, well, her robes seem to be recently cut up. You can see that she's definitely taken some injuries in her past, but for the most part, whatever holes or whatever scratches or tears you see has this weird black, almost, I want to say a fog, kind of just wisping out of it. The elven
I'm
lady.
just gonna.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm just gonna do a head nod that out of character. The only way I can describe it is the black head nod.
Yeah.
Okay. And she seems to be. She has this nice dark green little, dare I say, cloak. Yeah, cloak over her armor, which you are looking at now. Is do you have the Manticore armor as well, Bryle?
I do not.
Okay.
I do.
But she has a very nice set of brown, dark dark. Wow, I can't even talk. Dark brown leather armor. There we go. That seems to have a finer construction than what you might have come across in your travels. And then taking a look at the fairy, she does have, surprisingly, a less bulky but similar set of armor to the elf. But
No.
Would you shut up and let me finish?
No, because you are not.
Fine. You want to describe your character? Go ahead.
That's exactly what I want to do. Actually looking at the armor, you're going to see that it is studded leather armor. It is indeed Manticore armor. The majority of it was dyed black, but you'll notice that there is a strip on the side under her armpit going down to her ankle. At the top it is dyed blue, and then it fades into a very beautiful purple. And then you'll see that her hair is indeed not down, but it is pinned up with a big old Manticore spike.
Are we talking like 12 feet or like 2 feet?
No, I took one of the smaller ones, but to me it's still kind of a little bit big, but it's in my hair.
Can you imagine Thistle with just a 12-foot?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
Spike that's
It's a
bigger
giant
than her.
spike.
Like kind of like.
My strength would be a lot more.
And then I'll let you go ahead and tell them what Maxwell looks like.
Oh yeah, Maxwell. It's a pretty tall individual, as you can probably see in the thing. I can also drop this art in the chat for you. Similar white hair to Yeshua, but does not really wear armor. It's mostly just tattered robe stuff. He does have some recent damage from some stuff that charred his skin pretty bad. It was a non-lightsaber sword. And we don't speak those forbidden words around these parts.
No.
Does carry a lot of markings and scars, but a lot of the marks that you see on him are mostly tribal markings, and I guess you won't see it now because you're facing the party, but you'll see that on the, if you follow the party up here to Tofu, you'll notice that on his back he has something of like a dyed sigil of a cat of nine tails, signaling the god of Loriander, the god of pain and suffering.
All right. As you get,
I do want to add, because Maxwell made it canon, when I walk, I jingle a little bit.
All right, bet.
Got some jangle.
Yep, like she got a bunch of keys in her pocket. And as you guys make your way up the path, Yeshua, you notice as you get closer to the farmhouse and the pond, about 5 feet away from the pond is a very large mound of about 20 to 30 bodies just piled up, with a singular wood or metal pole staked through all of them with the same flag that you saw earlier. But there's a sigil above it and a circle sigil. You have to go through the general chat. Actually, I wonder if I just have it and can repost it. But the sigil seems to be a symbol of Baal, which oh come on, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, nope, that's the wrong one. Okay.
It's the one with the blood drips, right?
Yes, it is a skull with two very, very bright red eyes, almost like gems. And then, oh yeah.
I replied to the message, so you guys can click on that and see it.
Wait.
Perfect. That also has various blood drops engraved into the stone sigil itself that surrounds the skull. What?
Okay, this is an out of character question. Did you said that there were two different types of flags that we saw in this area? One being the what we know as the blood breakers, yes, and then that one?
Yeah, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Anyway, the flag that is attached to this pole is a very bright red flag with a black axe on it. Very similar to the ones that you saw as you were making your way in. The colors are just reversed. And if you don't know, the Baal is the god of murder, treachery, slaughter, death, and everything vile.
Yeah.
You got
You
go
all-
around.
You lot must be quite the prolific murderers, it seems.
No, that's not really my forte, actually.
He's
It is
thought
mine,
the-
but that wasn't me.
I thought the implication was that these bodies were all because of you. All of you.
No.
Ooh, good.
That is from
Ooh.
the blood breakers. A group
Those
of
were here what we
dwarves
got here.
Can we show Yeshua our mission page that we have? Our quest?
She does have access to the quest book. But yeah, you guys, okay. Yeah, hold on. I got it. All right, cool. So they take you back to this ruined down, burned down barn that you can tell has no ceiling and most of the walls are pretty much just destroyed. But as you get there, you see that there is another elf here, one that has a eye patch on, has a very nice blade next to them, and seems to be either writing, eating, or working on something with their hands, keeping themselves busy. And they have on a wide-brimmed brown, dare I say, cowboy hat, and a nice set of leather armor, similar to what Thistle was wearing in build and quality. You can tell it might be the same material, but this one now has a large X kind of cut through the chest piece of it. You can see directly down to his skin, which also is scarred from this X mark that is on his chest. Think Luffy, and that's the best way I can explain it. And he is sitting down next to, well, a Catman, someone that you do recognize. Of course, he's sitting down right now, and they're playing a card game of some sort. And he has a little small pipe in his hand. As he takes an occasional hit from it, you all get the sense of maybe some lavender or some calming herbs that might be used in teas. And he is like you saw him last, Tabaxi, with a monk-esque robes, with white and black spotted fur, and those beautiful green eyes that he likes to show to everybody. And then a man you don't recognize, an older man, maybe in his 50s, maybe late 40s, very big burly build, wearing farm ranch clothes, a very big gray beard that he wears, who is sitting down next to the fire, reading a book of some sort. And as you all come in, Tofu and Lane look up at the new person that you have brought in, giving you a very weird glance, and you see that Al sets his hand down on the scimitar that Lane had given him, almost like he's keeping himself on edge for a bit. Yeah, but you guys come on back in to the little campfire.
Yeshua will approach Tofu. Tofu,
Huh?
in 3 years, and it seems you were correct.
Do I know you?
Oh, this was before.
Yeshua. There was something else we forgot to fill you in on.
Yeah. So, we didn't know when you had met Tofu. Tofu has had some memory problems.
He lost it in a bet.
Hey, in my defense, okay, I was almost going to win that bet. And he looks back at you, Yesh, when he stands up. He's taller than most. He's about 6'2". But his physique makes him look a bit fluffier than he might at first see him. And he stretches a little bit and he takes another hit from his pipe, blowing it into the air, and he looks at you up and down and he goes, interesting. Well, you don't look like anybody I wouldn't help. So maybe you're a good person. I'm Tofu, and your name is?
Yeshua.
Yeshua, nice to meet you. Oh wait, I guess you already knew my name, huh? And he kind of scratches his head. And then you see that he puts his pipe down on the ground and he picks up a journal and he goes, met old person that knew my name, Yeshua. Sorry, I have to keep notes for memory issues, as the friends of mine will tell you. But it is nice to meet you. So what brings you here? Well, you did say that it was me, though, right?
Yes.
Huh.
3 years ago we met. We traveled together briefly, and you told me about this place and said that it would need some kindness, as you put it. And now that I'm here, I believe you.
Kindness, eh? I must have been a bit wiser back then. But I kid. Welcome to, well, why don't you all tell them what you have named yourselves?
Team Guardrail, and Tiskel's gonna put her arm up in the air and then put it in the middle toward everyone else.
I'll raise the roof.
I will put my arm up against Thistle, not really knowing what's going on.
I'm a late addition. I didn't concede to this name.
It's a great name.
It's a fantastic name.
It's growing on me.
Good.
And then Tofu, he puts his paw on the other two's, and then they all throw it up in the air, and then you see a little confetti comes out in the air. Yeah, you know what? We should do that for the warriors more often across the boats. Maybe they might like a little cheer in their life.
I agree.
Well, Yeshua, I suppose we ought to get you a little bit catched up on what's going on, eh? And at this point, you'll see that the party kind of centers around the campfire with you. Everyone taking a seat, giving you a chance to rest your legs after the travel, Yeshua. And I'm going to give you a very, very simple synopsis of what they've learned so far. So,
just as...
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Just as a little bit of additional info, Yeshua is not wearing shoes. He has walked all this way barefoot.
Ooh. Interesting. Ooh.
Okay.
So the party shares with you that they have gathered some information that the Bloodbreakers, the people responsible for the killings at this camp, have recently taken it over. And they point you to the large veteran man whose name is Alphonse, but goes by Big Al. And he shares with you that, yes, this was his ranch at some point, but within the past 24 hours, his his ranch was essentially attacked out of nowhere. He was not able to defeat them at the time, and it wasn't a very unprovoked attack. They just simply were not expecting it. Very, very much like an ambush, and they killed pretty much everybody, and even the women, even the children that might have been here. And he tells you that he's the only one who survived, besides another scout party of his that are currently gone, and he's waiting for word back from. But otherwise, the party seems to have stumbled upon him at just the perfect time. They found him tied up and bound in the bottom of his own cellar, and now, at this point, they're just taking a short rest and waiting to hear back from his scout, who says that there seems to be a pack of orcs that have traveled across the hills, and the scout is currently trying to see if he can find where those footprints lead to, or at least who it leads to. They also let you know that Phandalin has been attacked by a dragon. So you'll recall as you traveled through it, the town did seem a bit on edge. While still friendly to outsiders, you can tell there was not quite as much travel as you were expecting, and they do say yes, that is a tribute to it. And as it was attacked recently, they have found a place for Phandalin to essentially call a second home, a little place of protection, just in case something of that nature or magnitude may happen again. They also tell you that after the dragon came to town, the Bloodbreakers showed up very quickly afterwards, but notably only took out or defeated those that were wielding weapons. They left most of the women and children alone, and the elderly were, if they fought back, it's unfortunate, but most of them did not. So right now they are working on helping Phandalin a little bit. There is obviously this ranch that they need to, I should say, restore maybe, as well as a loggers camp in Neverwinter Woods that they eventually do plan to go and help get back under control, or go back and make contact with, as nobody has really heard from that camp in quite a while. They also share with you that let's see, actually, I guess not that yet. I think that is pretty much it. Yeah, so as you guys are, if you want to throw anything in, go ahead.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's everything.
That all sounds.
Oh yeah. Okay. As you guys are making camp and giving out information and so on, at some point Al will reach down to his sending stone and he'll put it back up to his ear, and he'll turn to the party and goes, "All right, looks like we've got another band of orcs. Seem to be some of them that might have attacked this place. Said they'll be here in about an hour and a half, so we've got a little bit of time to prepare. I want my ranch back. Are you all willing to stay here with me and make sure we can get it back?"
Of course, sir.
Of course.
You do realize that we could die here. They are a mighty foe.
We have almost died so many times.
One can only hope.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
Don't hope to die.
It's for the honor at this point. Morals.
Morals, maybe. I don't know about honor. I'm willing to help, though.
Oh, don't you worry about honor. These orcs have already done and tarnished that long ago. Alright. Well, I have to retrieve a few things from my farmhouse. I'm gonna go clear it out, make sure there's nobody sleeping there. In the meantime, how about you all get ready to stage a bit of an ambush of our own, eh?
Sounds like a plan. Who here has dabbliged armor?
Lane definitely
what?
does. Damaged armor.
Oh, damaged.
Oh yeah, you probably have mending.
Okay. You walk, I assume, well, Yeah, you head over to Lane's armor, and you do mend the X in it, and you do fix quite a lot of the material that is lost using whatever excess you might have had. Lane, you no longer got a hole in your chest, just a scratch on your chest now. And okay, Tofu's gonna look at you all and go, "Alrighty, how about we give them a taste of their own medicine, eh? Anybody here?
What do you have in mind?
Well, why not set up maybe a death trap or a little bit of an ambush spot? I could hide in one of the orchard trees, and when they get near, I could jump out and attack a couple of them."
You know what? Why don't we try and draw them toward the orchard?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can
Big
I can
Al.
s- an area a bit how like sort of thorns that she's.
Yeah.
Can I ask Big Al a question before he leaves?
Mm-hmm.
Where, in what direction? Because I know what we thought, what direction they came in. What direction? I want to ask him what direction they came in when they attacked.
He tells you that they came from the southern hill. His scout said that they are coming from the exact same hill.
Okay.
So, that being said, they might. That depends on how well you guys decide to hide your traps or your ambush. They will. I'll say. I think I'll have to have them roll perception, and then I will roll. I'll give you guys the opportunity to roll your stealth alongside whatever trap or thing you want to do, and then I'll give you an advantage on it because they won't know that you're here off of rip.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace whenever we start to get ready.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know how many people that can hit.
As long
Oh, it's just
as-
anyone within 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 30 feet.
I have
So,
an out of character question.
okay.
Where? You know what? No, never mind.
All right, cool. Because then I can get on to the next part. What do you guys want to do? You have the opportunity to set up an ambush, set up traps, or anything else that you realistically could prepare within an hour and a half.
So we are assuming they're going to be coming like from that hill, heading through that area. Is that what we're planning?
That would be my assumption. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all this is out of character. We can do. I have powder daggers, so I can kind of like block, not kind of block / force them to take damage through an area. I know Pistol has her like wild growth that can also kind of do that, so we can either force them through or maybe like force them to go somewhere.
I
else.
think it
Like, I
might
know we
be a
kind of
good
talked about
idea.
fortune.
I think it might be a good idea to try and lure them in somehow, and then we ambush them while we are in the trees over here.
Yeah.
I have a question. Miss Piggy, do we know if she might be smart enough to antagonize?
You don't
People?
know. You don't know if she's that smart. You only know as much as you've talked to her.
We can ask.
We
Um,
could go ask.
Pistol, can you post the description for wild growth? Because maybe we can use that to block this area off so they do go through the orchard.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should make it look a
Spike
little
growth, that's what
more.
it was. 20-foot radius.
I don't think I want it to be that obvious, though. Like, the point of an ambush
Yeah.
is stealth, is it not?
Yeah, we want it
I'm
to
not
look like.
saying
this is the only path, and it's not because someone's here to attack us.
Right, but I don't think they would realize that this thing of just like sprouts and all thorns is like someone doing it. I mean, it just like happened. I don't think they would start with agriculture.
Well, the spikes themselves are not necessarily small.
The transformation of the
knowledge.
ground is camouflaged to look natural.
Ooh.
So they would have to make a perception check upon coming up to the spikes in order to recognize it. So you could place that preemptively. I will say though, your cloud of daggers will definitely be noticeable if you leave it out in the open, just kind of.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. I'm not planning on doing daggers until they're like we're in.
I think instead of cutting them off down here, I think I would want to cut them off maybe here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I will warn everyone right now before the idea even comes up. This place is extremely flammable.
Yeah, I don't think voice fire is going to be. We are not going to salt the earth with this battle. We need this place to be functional so Phandalin can have. If the farm is
yeah.
destroyed, there was no reason for us to come. So no moist fire. I don't think any of us have fire spells, but avoid fire spells.
I mean, I have some, but not much.
No one has fireball? What kind of wizards are you?
I'm not a
think
wizard at all.
maybe-
What wizard?
I'm a druid.
It's funny, bold of you to assume that somebody doesn't have fireball. Tofu could be sleeping on magic right now.
Thistle has a necklace.
Yeah.
True.
Tofu's a monk.
Hey, that's racist. Or
Oh.
classist. You don't know. what he
Maybe
could do.
he's a multi-class. We don't actually know. He's a smart cat. He could be wizard.
Yeah, he lost his pouch. Maybe his pouch had his stuff in it.
He's got his arcane focus taken away. He can't focus.
Wait, Thistle, don't you have like fireball beads?
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, the necklace.
Fireball.
Oh, wait,
So,
I don't know
where
why
were
I'm
you
talking
gonna
about
put the
Huh.
spike growth?
You could draw
Okay.
it on the map.
So each square is
Go to the
10
draw
foot.
tool.
So that would be 2 squares.
Do we need
So,
to put
I'm
something to
gonna be
make sure
honest,
they
I
don't go just around that way?
20-foot radius. Let's see.
That? Not true. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, that looks like
It would be a pretty big circle.
Would it be though?
Yeah.
No, it'd be that big. 20-foot radius, 10, 20. Yeah, each of these are 10 feet.
Can we move that down like in the middle, like right
Yeah,
here?
you can draw one, babe. Go to the draw tool, click
don't
on
know
it,
who
and
does
click
this.
ellipse.
Oh, wait, Drago did this.
Yeah, I'm getting her set up on it. So that way she can move it. Yeah, it'll be... Hold on, I gotta actually double check. Oh, I guess it would be bigger. Okay, so it would fill up a 3x3. You gotta click and drag, and then you can edit it afterward.
But yeah, if we can make them go to the orchard, I think we have a pretty decent advantage there. And with how, because I think I may be able to do some shenanigans with my Crown of Madness attack each other.
Okay. Okay, so you want to go ahead and place your spike growth, which is perfect. Okay, and then okay, so we got the spike growth. What else would you guys like to do? As Alphonse comes back, you can see that he's wearing a set of mithril chainmail armor. and he hands you back the scimitar lane as he now has a longsword. He tells you guys that thankfully the farmhouse is empty, but he has a weird feeling as he moved throughout the house. It just seems like there was a nasty stench in the air, and he's not sure why it's there, but it was not there before. It tells you that his family is known for having like the best, dare I say, dairy cows in like the entire area, which is why they're so famous. It's called Butterskull because obviously they have their weird little symbolism, but mostly because they're like they have the finest cooking butter ever, and did at some point used to export quite a reasonable amount of resources to both Phandalin and Neverwinter. But obviously, it hasn't really gone that way. And as he comes back, he'll look around and he'll see Thistle go off and make a spike growth that just almost immediately disappears, and he'll come back to the party and he'll give a little word of advice. If we're gonna make this an ambush, we gotta make sure it's a good one. Take down as many foes as we can in one fell swoop. The best thing I could recommend is making sure that we're all out of sight. And he puts out the campfire and kind of spreads it out so it's no longer noticeable from a distance. Let's see. That's
actually some funny things. I was about to ask: is this area also like flammable stuff, or is this just like regular grass and everything?
It is old grassland. It does not seem to have been well kept in recent times. Flammable, you could assume so. Yes, it looks very, very dry.
Okay, so that would also just okay. I was gonna say I could use a create bonfire to kind of like make like smoke in like this area so that they think someone's there, so they go through like the orchard. But obviously, we don't want to like burn the place down.
Oh, actually, hold on. Let me double check real quick before I do something silly. Let's see what it here is. Please don't tell you your action. Normal sense. Okay, so while everyone is doing all the setup and whatnot, how much time would you say would elapse to set up the spike growth and all this whatnot?
Probably like a good 30 minutes. Yeah, like a good 30 minutes or so.
And since we're on the actual Butterskull Ranch map, I don't recall, but was this place by the woods, or was this on like a clear-cut path trail?
It was on its own trail. You estimate. Let me see. I can give you an exact. You do know that the Neverwinter Woods are within about a 30-minute walk.
Oof, that's way too far. Okay. Aside from the pig, were there active animals on the ranch again besides the pig?
No, you guys haven't seen any others.
There was horses.
There were the horses you
ran
guys
off,
saw at the
but they
beginning,
were-
but otherwise, no, you haven't seen any others around the farm.
Unfortunate.
What's the idea?
Well, the idea was I was going to use beast sense and speak with animals to see if we could create like a small sort of artificial little like stampede distraction, sort of that way we can, if when they're coming, we can actually corral them towards the area we want to go to.
Alright.
Okay.
But there being a lack of animals and such, and really there's only the talking pig.
I would say that there are definitely birds around.
Like, could, this is like exactly the opposite. But, Yeshua would potentially like to, if possible, if he can manage it, to corral the pigs so that they're like not in the way, so that they don't get immediately instantly murdered by the orc.
I mean, the pigs are like over here, aren't they? Just kind of free roaming.
Yeah, there's at least like a good 30 pigs just free roaming the whole area. You roll me an animal handling check. And let me see what you can cook up, and then I can give you a straightforward answer.
see. Okay, that's not too bad.
Okay.
17.
Juicy.
Dude, that's better than everybody has done on this. This is hilarious. You managed to get about 10 of these pigs corralled. Where do you want to take them?
Let's say probably to the other side of where the orcs are coming from, just so that they don't, like I said, they don't instantly kill the pigs.
Gotcha. Okay. So as you're setting up your thorns thistle, Alphonse making his way back, Yeshua goes ahead and corrals some of these pigs, which seem to be fairly indifferent to Yeshua, but still pleased to be in their company. And Yeshua does manage to take them to the northern hill and kind of leave them off in their own little pasture area, and they seem pretty content. And a lot of you are going to notice that Petunia also falls into this.
Ooh. Okay. So could I use my 8 of my rations as a bargaining tool with the birds?
Speak with the birds, and what do you say to them, I guess, would be the first question.
So I would say to the birds, I would like for them to sort of fly by the walk, the normal walk path area. Just keep an eye around in that area. Don't get too close. Look out for orcs if they know what orcs look like, and if they don't, do like a little facsimile, the whole overgrown teeth thingy. I'll do like a little hunchback walk.
A couple of the birds look at you a little weird, and then some of them chirp. Go ahead and roll me an animal handling with an advantage.
This is gonna be terrible. All right, here we go.
Or a nat 20.
It could be.
Okay.
No, of course not.
You see about 3 or 4 of these birds seem to acknowledge what you're saying, and they do take some feed from the ration, and then they fly off, and you can see that there's now about 3 or 4 birds flying over the hill. About a good 200 feet or so in the air.
So the willing birds, the handful of birds, can I touch one with beast sense, and I can see through their senses?
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can see through a bird's eyes and hear what they hear and stuff.
Bet. Okay. Maxwell begins going into a slight little trance. His eyes glowing white, and you can definitely tell he's focusing on something as a number of birds fly off of his shoulders and head towards the hill. Okay. I like that. All right. And I will get to that in a second there. What would the rest of you like to do?
I will be starting... most of my things, I just kind of have to wait for them to show off. So I'm going to start trying to hide in the orchard best I can.
All right. Roll me
Okay, I'm
stealth.
going to corral everyone.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to corral everyone before people go off and pass without a trace.
Okay. All right, Martia. Roll me stealth with advantage, and then you get a plus 10 to it.
A plus 10. Nice.
Mhm.
Okay, so advantage.
Juicy.
So you really can't fail this unless you nat 1.
Understandable. I mean, I probably need that. I have a 0 to dex.
25.
15.
Okay.
Eh.
That is hilarious. Okay. Thistle, are you gonna hide?
Yes.
You gonna do
when I
anything
kind of
else?
would like to do something
Calcium,
as well.
Okay.
So should I roll for stealth first?
No, you should roll your thing. You should tell me what you're gonna do first.
I want to use the druid
I will
craft.
be right back.
Okay. To make the sound of like a I don't know, like a really obnoxious rooster over here.
When?
When I see any suspicious people, like the kind of people we're looking for, like come over here.
Okay. All right. Roll me stealth.
Roll it.
With advantage. So roll again. Yeah. All right. Okay, 24. Let's see. Okay, Brian, where are you going? What are you gonna do?
I am going to go here. How tall are these trees?
20 feet.
Okay.
Pretty big. At least good size.
I'm gonna go 10 feet up one. And I'm gonna coat one of my arrows in the
Ooh.
little vial of ghoul's blood.
Okay.
Happens.
All right. Okay. You climb up.
And then I'll.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I was gonna roll a stealth check, but you can finish what you're saying.
No, I was gonna say, go ahead. Ready up with yourself.
Okay. Cool.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm not even surprised. You're pretty much just non-existent.
That's in the 30s, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 32.
Yeah, I don't even think the dragon can see you if you wanted to. Why no do the thing? On Secomundo.
You're very well hidden in these trees.
Look at us doing strategy and shit. I'm so proud.
Okay. All right.
We're doing the dang thing.
All right. I'm gonna go to Maxwell. What are you gonna go do after? Well, I assume that you're gonna want to hide, eh? Oh no, he's gone. Maxwell? Monsieur?
I think he said he was gonna be right back at some point. I just don't remember when.
I know Mortia did. Alright. Then we go to the next cool person. Lane. What are you gonna do?
I'll just go with everyone else, I guess.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm very tired.
That's okay. I understand. Roll me a stealth check. And then, of course, you'll get
Toggle my advantage off.
you'll get your plus 10.
Oh, it's Eden.
Oh, you have advantage from this, Maxwell.
Well, let me roll it one more time.
All right.
We'll take it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he
Maxwell,
matched me.
he did. The only person who beat you was Tofu.
Better.
Twin.
Okay. Right, Maxwell.
He cheated, so it's fine. It's different.
Go hide where you want to hide, my dear. And then... No shot, this guy is getting seen, right? Nah, he's fine. And then... Perfect. Alright, Yeshua. What would you like to do? Oh, or
Yes.
set up?
I'm going to come over here.
Okay.
Just kind of in the center of the majority of the people, and I will roll stealth.
Perfect. You will have advantage, and then courtesy of Brow, you'll get a plus 10 to that. And I will let everyone know. Well, I guess I should let mostly Yeshua. These are 10-foot squares. I know it's measuring at 5, but it's weird.
They are 10 foot. It is
Oh yeah.
heavy armor stealth.
So
I
it would
think
it
if
would
you
just even out, yeah.
penalty.
17? That's still pretty
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Yep, so it's, yeah, 17 then.
Let me
Do
just
we round down
Hey,
for
that-
speed? Because I have 35.
Is
30.
scale mail heavy armor?
5.
Yeah.
Yes, to both
Oh,
answers,
I'm not
questions.
proficient in heavy armor.
Oh, I'm surprised you aren't.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I don't think. Is it not? It might be a lack of proficiency, but I thought it was just I don't know. I don't know.
I thought heavy armor just gives
it's medium
disadvantage to
armor.
spell checks anyways.
Right. Well, it depends
Yeah, it's
on.
medium armor. It does give disadvantage, but I'm also not proficient
Oh.
in medium armor either. Oh.
Oh,
So I might
that-
have to replace that with leather.
okay, I got you.
that
I might have
seems
to
like
replace that
you
with
should
leather.
be. I don't know.
Hold on, I got this.
Yeah.
Let's.
As you figure that out, I am going to be right back.
Yeah, neither my class nor my subclass gives me anything for provision.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
light
I'm
armor.
actually surprised by that.
Or simple weapons.
All right, well I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. Plus you got the shield too, so that'll help. Are you okay, Lane?
Yeah.
No, I might have to go. I'm like getting dizzy.
Oh, okay. And then go
Oh.
rest. Go rest.
Alright.
It's okay. Your
Yeah,
health is
I'm
much more
sorry.
important.
Yes. Out of character question, Yeshua. What class is the class are you?
Oh, that is a great question. No one has asked what Yeshua can do in character yet.
That is true. They're pretty bad at
Yeah,
doing
that's
that.
why I said I asked out of character.
No, I'm a light cleric.
Ah. Okay.
Why'd you say it like that, Martina? That's crazy. If you'd like to,
Which
you can
means
go
yes,
ahead
I do have fireball.
You can go ahead and re-roll your stealth check, Joshua.
Okay. Da-da-da. Not better than the 18, but definitely better than the 7.
That is true. 24 is better than 27 or 17, so
And we lost
I'm not gonna
item.
complain.
Oh,
I assumed they had an issue with them. Like,
Hmm?
Brian disappeared and then rejoined. I assumed they had an issue with them. Like,
Oh, welcome back.
welcome
we can
back.
hear them.
I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
Oh no, what did you do?
I like said something, and then after Lane went, it went dead silent,
Oh,
and
no.
I was like, oh, it was again. I was like, maybe everyone's quiet, and then it was dead silent for a long time, and then I said
no.
something, and no one responded,
Oh,
and I was like,
damn.
oh god.
Oh. Alright. Well, so far everybody's hiding. We got the spike growth up. I see. Interesting. Okay. Everybody is now armed and ready to go. Maxwell. In order to go in your bird sense, you will lose your own sight and your own hearing and all that perception jazz. Would you
Oh, yeah.
like to remain in the bird's eye view, for lack of a better term, and until something happens, or are you gonna just let me know when you break it?
Yeah, so the intention is to stay in the bird's eye view until they're actually like here in the ranch like area where we can actually put physical eyes on them. I'm just making sure that they don't deviate from the path, like they don't suddenly try to come around and ambush us from behind or something.
Okay. All right. You see that Alphonse leans, grabs out of his pocket. You hear the rustling of him hiding behind the tree. He's got I think he has a longbow out. He better have something. Yeah, he got himself a little.
He wants this farm.
Oh, sorry. He's got a heavy crossbow. My bad. Ready, but he also has this longsword. And then he pulls out his stone and he says, "All right, looks like they're on their way out the hill. They'll be here shortly." And after about a good hour and a half of prepping and getting ready, Maxwell, you're the first one to see them as a group of orcs wearing all black leather armor come traveling over the hill. They reach the top, and in your bird sense, they seem to be a little bit tired. A couple of them stop for a second and drink some water. Some of the orcs look to be wearing less armor than the others, while at least about 4 of them do seem to be a bit beefier and bigger. And then you do notice an orc in the back who is wearing what looks to be like a set of druidic armor, carrying a spear in his hand, wearing a helmet that has 2 horns. And let's see, yeah. They reach the top of the hill. At this point, you all, from where you're hiding, do see the small mass of orcs that is now coming down the hill. They stop for a moment. You can tell they're kind of surveying what they see, Maxwell, but they don't see really anything awry. So they continue their way down to the path.
So it says I won't be able to use my own senses, but I'll still be able to communicate, yeah?
Yeah. I'd assume you could speak and people would be able to hear around you.
Line.
Okay. When we notice them or when I spot them down here when they first enter the ranch, I'll let them know that there's a guy in the back who looks like he's not a marshal. It might be their chieftain or something.
Okay. Out of character. I can at least read. Should I try and crown a madness in the background? I can make him have disadvantage as well.
Well, hold on a second. Because I have something that's going to purposely go off to bring them in more.
Alright. I know we made the plans, so that's why I was double checking with what
Okay. You see that the orcs stop at this intersection, and some of them toss off what look to be small bodies of creatures that are definitely humanoid but of smaller stature, throwing them amongst the other bodies that are already around. And you can see that a couple of the orcs seem to be a little irritated, Maxwell, as one of your birds decides to kind of follow them a bit overhead and seems to be pushing the other orcs around and kind of giving off an attitude to them. You can't quite make out what he's saying, but you can hear that he has an aggravated tone. And then they continue. They're just gonna make their way downtown.
Is my druid craft thing going to go off?
Yes. You guys hear the call of a rooster off in the distance. And they continue walking down the path. And as they do so, go ahead and roll me damage for that wild growth. Whatever it is. Spiky grass thorn.
Pokey grass.
Yeah, roll me 4d4. Okay. As you see a few of them walk through, it cuts up the ankles of the 4 first orcs that you see walking through, and the other ones seem to be confused. As these 4 orcs walk through, one of them stumbles and falls and lets out a cry of pain, while the others reach down at their legs as these spikes are now slicing their legs. At this point, they still have not seen any of you, but they are aware of the spike growth. A couple of the orcs begin to pull out their weapons. The ones that are stuck in the spike growth seem to just be stuck still. You guys can hear them barking orders. Don't move! Don't move at all or you're dead! And some of the orcs seem a bit panicked. And then a couple of them, you guys hear distant talking. You can't quite make out what they're saying as they're not yelling. But you then see a couple of the orcs kind of begin to spread out a bit.
Can I do that now?
It does look as if they are beginning to be wary of their surroundings, and they all are now alarmed, at least. They still do not know that you guys are here.
Right.
So, would anybody like to start us off?
I would love to. So I want to, while using Heighten Spell, cast Round of Madness on the big dude.
Well, they're all big. Which one specifically?
This man, one with the unique icon.
Okay.
So he has to throw at disadvantage because I spent
I
3
know.
sword points. Okay, sorry.
I'm already ahead of you. Okay. You place your Crown of Madness from a distance, and as you do so, you see the jagged, crown of thorns slowly float and stabilize itself atop the head of this orc, and then you see that he holds his head for a moment and then shakes it confused, and then he turns over to one of his orc friends, and you see that he just like slugs him really hard, and he goes, "Get the fuck away from me!" Anybody? Yeah, on to the next one. Thistle, you got anything you would like to do?
Yeah.
What would that be?
I'm gonna use my 1 fairy fire I get per day.
Alright. Pick a 4x4 square. And that area is lit up.
Me trying not to fire. Understandable.
I'm gonna put that on those people.
Right there.
Okay. Let's see.
3 of them, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Okay. You drop your fairy fire. And then you all see that three of these orcs, one of them still in the spike growth. The one that now looks to be a bit crazed and yelling, as well as another standing off orc, all seem to be a glowing green as these beautiful green lights kind of dance around this area. Okay, Bryle, what would you like to do?
Would you let me use Druidcraft to kind of make like the noise of rustling leaves, like here? I don't know if that would count because it says falling leaves.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. As you do so, you see two of the orcs seem to be a bit intrigued as they point their direction. These two closest orcs seem to be the most keen on investigating.
Okay.
Okay. Maxwell, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, I'll come out of the bird trance. If I stay prone, and we did say that each of these squares is 10 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I stay prone and use my action to crawl and stay prone and move at half speed, so that should keep me moving 4 squares. Could I stay prone and crawl through here without being detected and maintain my stealth?
I will say... Yeah. Just, yeah. Where do you want to go?
Alright, I'm going to crawl 5, 10 feet. Let's see here. I'm going to crawl 10, 20. I'm going to crawl between Yeshua and Tofu 30. I want to get extremely close.
Okay. You
Stay here. I'm gonna.
You find a nice little bush to hide behind that covers your entire body. You can see the feet of these orcs a bit in the distance underneath some of the orchard trees.
Yes.
Let's see. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go to you, Yeshua. What would you like to do? What would you like to hold an action, maybe?
I would like to hold an action.
Okay. What action?
Actually, well, question. Has everyone gone yet?
The only person who hasn't is Tofu and Lane and Alphonse, but I'll have to act for them.
Okay. Fuck it, fireball. just all the way over here though on these guys
Yes.
specifically.
Okay.
Away from the forest.
All right.
Not the orcs near the forest.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll me a fireball. Oh dear lordy.
Yes.
Wait. No, wait.
You don't have it.
We said no.
You don't get advantage on
We
a
don't
fireball.
turn the place.
Yeshua has already
don't
declared
want
it.
to place
I have
the
already
ground.
asked for the roll. We are already committed, Mortia.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
on the roll, it's a saving throw.
They...
DC 14 saving throw.
Okay, go ahead and roll me damage for that.
This is gonna be bad.
24 fire damage.
Oh,
Yes.
this could be interesting.
It's the ones away from the forest, so it should be fine.
Oh my goodness.
No, this is fields
Oh, yeah.
of wheat. Right?
Wait, we can regrow weed.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Okay, let me just make sure I got this correctly. So I'm gonna say it's centered
Yes,
probably
let it flow
around,
through you.
probably like right here or so, and it's got a what?
Yeah.
20-foot radius sphere.
Yeah, 20 foot.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
All right. This is where it's gonna get a little spicy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just sad. Holy shit. You know what? Actually, it doesn't even matter. Oh my god.
Oh no. Well.
Oh,
You
I didn't mean
know-
to get rid of your circle. My bad. But I know where it's at. It'll be okay.
Is it even needed anymore?
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, it may
It
be.
might run through it. It might still run through it.
I might. That'd be really funny.
Okay.
Maybe we should just
Nope, that's what I was
antagonize him at this point.
Okay.
Uh,
As you are all, as you drop your crowd of madness, the fairy fire erupts. You guys then hear Yeshua speaking to himself, and then, which might be very familiar to you, Mortia. He puts his hand up, and you see this orange sphere appear in his hand, and then you all see as this bright orange ball of fire just sails ever so quietly into the midst of them. The only thing you hear is just fire rippling through the air, and then a boosh as it explodes in a small cloud. You see it kills about 4 of these orcs, like almost instantaneously. The orc that has the Crown of Madness on it did not seem to, well, actually, none of them expected this. As this fireball comes out of nowhere, it shocks a lot of them. The orcs that are closest to the party turn in confusion. The orcs farthest away also kind of shield themselves from the light, look confused, and you see that all that stands left in a smoldering area are these 2 orcs. One of them looks very much like he's putting out fire off of himself, completely stained black from the ash, and the one who is crazed pretty much took it 5 feet away from his feet, and so he is now prone and trying to stand up a bit, but he looks very much dazed and confused. At this point,
Yeah, the light and the fire is
Oh no.
maybe a little bit
oh,
brighter
no.
than it should be.
Oh, that's the veteran. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was an orc.
no, you're fine. You're fine. And then. Yeah, we're just gonna. Yep. And then I'll wait on that. Yeah, that would have just been excessive. Okay. Then what else do you have anything? No. Well, no, it's not even worth using it, is it? Oh God, no, it's not. Okay. Let's do that, and then I need everyone to roll me initiative. You guys are still hidden. But after the explosion, 2 crossbow bolts fly into an orc, and he drops, one to the stomach and one to the throat. And you see that the orcs, they don't know where you're at, but they know that the fireball came from the orchard. Thankfully, it did not erupt and set everything ablaze, but you can see that there are some of the bodies that remain are slightly on fire. Let's see. The wood posts and fencing, it's just crumbled. Some of it has a couple of embers left on it, but thankfully no fire has spread yet. And that means I gotta do all this. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong one. This is the real spicy part. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I don't need that anymore. All of the smaller orcs are just dead.
I do have to select a creature for Crown of Madness, so I'm just gonna say the orc that's closest to the dude.
The one that you already put Crown of Madness on is not dead.
Yeah, I know he's not dead. I said I need to select a creature for him to like attack, so I'm just saying the orc closest to him is the one.
Oh, I see. I see. Damn, Tofu, you did not roll that high. Make sure I got everyone. Okay. All right. So the battle erupts. Your guys are gonna see. Oh wow, he's still stealth too. That's the best part. But you guys won't get the advantage anymore. If I had to choose, I think. Yeah, bet. Alright, bet. Lane is gonna make his way over to behind you, Maxwell. At this point, losing the guise of stealth, but you're gonna see. Oh my god. Oh, okay.
Oh.
He pulls out the crossbow he hasn't used very often, and he sets it on his arm to try and shoot. But unfortunately, he misses and he hits one of the trees, and it does cause a tree branch to fall. And this orc is now sees Lane. Those of you who are in stealth, he does not know that you are there. But his head quickly, he quickly swivels and turns at it, and looks like he's getting ready to say something as he points towards the orchard. Wow, I'm so sorry. I didn't think that was going to happen. And we're going to go to Brial. You are up first. What would you like to do?
Can Brial snipe before he says anything?
I am going to shoot this lovely orc. Sorry, I'm just making sure advantage is on.
Oh, and don't forget your sneak attack.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because he does not know you are here. Whoo! Okay.
Oh no.
You take another shot. You take a shot at him from in the tree, and it misses him. Wow. How do I explain this?
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, you take a shot and you realize your footing's just not quite right, and so it's a little off kilter. And instead of getting close to his body, it sails over him into to one of the dead orcs. If he was alive, he's definitely not now. But the orc did not see where that shot came from.
Okay. Do I still have any ghoul's blood left in the vial, or did it all go on that arrow?
I'm going to. You'll have more. I feel like you definitely have enough for more than a couple arrows.
Okay, I'm gonna use fast hands.
Yeah, I
and
assume a
put
vial
another
would
one.
probably be like a dozen arrows.
Okay, so you dip another arrow in. Gotcha. Man, I feel like you should have extra attack right now, just because I like rogues.
I mean,
If
I
only.
wouldn't say
That
no.
has been like so useful.
Oh, it needs to be charged. It really is. But I cannot. Not this time.
I know.
Okay. Would you like to remain where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay. Tofu sees the initiative of everyone taking of Lane and Brian having taken shots. He is going to go from. Wow, he has enough for that. That's crazy. He is going to make his way through. Holy shit! And he is just not quite close enough to get up to the orc. But he pulls out what looks to be like a small little knife of some sort, and he's just gonna yuck it. Damn. But that is gonna miss, and as he misses, you see the knife spins and then it hits one of the trees next to the orc, and he now sees Tofu. I don't want to make him waste movement. That would suck. Okay, shit. Oh, yeah, no, that would make sense. Roll me an attack of opportunity. Oh, wait, actually, you don't do that. I do that. That's right.
Oh wait, I'm the DM.
Yeah, I forgot about that. As this orc comes running by, you see the maddened, crazed orc. It just takes a lunge at him with his spear, but he misses, and the other orc is a little too ignorant to realize what almost just happened. and he's gonna make his way up to his friend, dusting himself off with whatever he can to get the embers off of him. He looks at his friend, and his friend points out towards the orchard, and this orc still cannot see anyone besides Lane and Tofu, but he is now aware of the location. And we go to you, Mortia.
All right. There's a couple of options. I think
I can't
really need
believe
to
you
replace
rolled that one on
one of
initiative.
these two. They are so similar. That's a wait, no, one's a range. What's a save? Sorry. I'm going to use. I think the saving throw would be a bit better. I'm gonna cast Frostbite on the top dude. Oop, and oop. So DC 14. If he fails it, it's 6 damage. Oh wait,
Alrighty.
oh no, it did roll 2d6.
Okay. And he takes
So yeah,
his
no,
he takes
that's
6 gold damage.
And now he has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll makes before the end of its next. Hell yeah. I'm gonna save my sword points. I'm gonna move over here, and then I'll end.
Okay. He gets hit by the frostbite, and you see him shiver for a moment as some what looks to be like ice forms on his skin, and then it breaks, and he takes the chill damage, and then you run alongside the orchard, and they both can see you as well as you can see them. Oh, dear Jesus.
Honestly, I thought I would still be covered. That is fine. That was my fault. Not asking.
Let's see, where is... Okay. Well, don't forget, spells have vocal... vocal components.
Oh yeah, vocals match.
So
Yeah.
he would hear y'all yelling, or at least, speaking. And you guys are within range now that he can hear your voice. If not, yeah, he can hear your voice. Probably can't tell what you're saying, but he knows you're saying something. And then Homeboy's gonna just pull up. And he thinks he's smooth with it, so he's gonna try and swing at Tofu, the first target he sees. And he is actually gonna miss. Just a big cleave with his great axe. And then he's gonna try and turn it back up to swing again at Tofu, but this time he'll catch him right on the chest for 11 damage. Damn, that was kind of goofy.
I will ask, did the disadvantage matter for this?
It did on the first one, yes.
Yay.
I mean, it always matters.
Facts,
I mean, if he just rolls good both times, but I mean,
Oh, wow.
As long as it's not a double nat 20.
Yeah, that's true. You guys are then gonna see Alphonse, or Al, Big Al, come walking out the brush, like super get off my lawn style, as he loads his heavy crossbow, and you see he plants another bolt into a bolt into the arm of this orc, who's now aware of his presence, and then he will quickly reload it and then take another shot, but it just barely sails over their heads. And then we go to you, Maxwell.
Oh yeah, boy. Alright, so I want to let's see here, to 20 is plenty, right? Yeah, I'm gonna move here, stand up, and use the last bit of my movement to get to here. 1, 2, 20, standing up half. Alright. Immediately go into rage and pull out that shiny new sword that we got. Try to take a bonk on this guy here, up
All right, go ahead.
close by Tofu first.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oop.
Ooh. And that's going to hit for
Not bad, not bad.
14 damage. Clean on this orc. As you strike him from the side, you cut down his tricep to his elbow, and he no longer can wield his greatsword as it thuds to the ground.
Clean, and then with the laugh that only a maniac can conjure up, I'm going to turn my attention onto this one here, assuming Tofu has got this poor guy up here. I want all the smoke with the guy directly in front of me.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to swing recklessly on this one.
Oh. Oh. And
Yeah.
he... Holy shit, brother. He falls immediately to the ground as you...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you pull that bitch back up, leaning, or I guess swiveling towards the next guy. You bring down your greatsword across his chest, and you just cleave him in half. And he is dead.
I'm going to have a question, but it's not going to be relevant until next round, so I'll ask it then. That's
Okay.
great. Yeah, I'll pass my turn from here.
Okay. Thistle, will you roll me some damage? I need you to roll me 6d4. God damn.
Yeah.
Alright, this orc takes 14 damage as he is not aware of the spike growth limitations yet, and he does take the damage running through. You can see that he is like scratching at his legs and trying to make sure that his boots are still intact. And then, Home Bizzle, I guess you could. You see one of the orcs walks over to the one with the horned helmet on and begins to like shake his ally. And Yeshua, we will go to you. You are hidden.
One thing real quick. I did not use my action to maintain the Crown of Madness, so he is now able to do whatever he wants during his
Okay.
Let's see. I guess. I mean, they're all in range. I'll
Get
get
rich environment.
the guy with the helmet. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on him.
Ooh. Okay, and since you are still hidden, you will have advantage on that roll.
Very cool.
And Fairy Flare also gives advantage.
Huh.
Advantage all around.
I'll cast it for the sake. I'll cast it at level 2.
Ooh,
And
spicy.
hopefully it hits. If it does, I'll do a bit of extra damage.
Okay. Oh, that's
18,
gonna
does
hit.
18 hit?
That is gonna hit.
Or 21, sorry. That's 21, and then the damage is 19, 20. That's 20 damage, 20 radiant damage in total.
Boom! You crack a beautiful light of gold down upon this orc. He is still unaware of your location as this seemingly came out of nowhere. So you were still technically hidden. And you're going to see that as it hits him, the Crown of Madness will burst, but this orc crumbles to the ground, almost forced back to prone, with a searing, black mark upon his body as what looks to be smoke comes off of him.
That will be my turn.
Okay. You'll see this orc will use half of his movement to stand up, and then he'll look around. He's gonna try to flee. He only gets about this far, though. And we go to you, Thistle. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna change it to a wolf.
Okay. I gotta fucking... Alright.
You said each of these are 10 feet, correct?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
character.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
I don't know what
I
else I had.
am going to go all the way over here in wolf form.
Okay. Is that it?
I think wolves only have 40 feet of movement, correct?
You could, yes, you could, dash action to get 80.
Alright, well then I am going to dash. How many feet is that? Also 40, or?
Just 4 more squares. You can move the wolf token.
So I can't.
You should be able to. Oh well. Okay. All right. You guys, you hear some rustling in the leaves, and then you guys see a small wolf begins running out the orchard. Seems to be chasing the orc who's trying to run away. And then, now that we're all up in this business, Lane's going to come up and he'll put his crossbow away, stating that he prefers a blade much more than that anyway. And let's see. Yeah, he's going to swing with his new white crystal blade. Oh my fucking god. And that orc is dead.
Oh no.
Nice,
Oh my
clean cut,
God.
killing it, and you see the beautiful white glow of the blade. And we go to you, Bryle.
Alright.
This has been very easy. I wonder if we like are
Strategy.
walking into something
Strategy.
else.
I'm gonna shoot
Strategy,
at this
yes.
one.
Which
I'm
one?
just worried.
It's this one.
Do you? Alright, I will DM intervention. Do you want to use lethal or non-lethal damage?
Okay, what do I know about him? Because I don't remember what Maxwell told us.
You know that he looks different from the others and is not a martial character. He only has a spear, which he uses like some sort of walking stick, and is not wearing any leather armor similar to the other orcs, which is like much beefier and has some chain link in it. His looks very much like a druidic set of armor.
Okay. If I choose...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. If I choose non-lethal, will it still, like, knock him out? Like, on...
Yeah, it will make him unconscious. It'll still do damage, but it just will be
Okay.
non-lethal.
Okay, I'll just do that for now.
Go ahead and shoot.
Alright. I'm still hidden, right?
No, well, yes, but he also is glowing like a Christmas tree because of the fairy fire, so everybody will have an advantage against him.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm not gonna tell you. Well, I'll tell you now. I assume that you stopped poisoning your arrow tip. You probably pulled out like maybe a more more blunt arrowhead, and then you take a shot, and it does hit him right in the back, and it is not enough to go through, but you see the arrow kind of bounce off as the orc falls to the ground.
Okay. Alright. Then I will... bonus action hide to prepare for my next turn.
Okay. All right, Tofu. Tofu's gonna come walking over to the next orc. Seeing as how this guy looks a little bruised up, he thinks he's got some pretty good odds. He's gonna give him the old 1-2. Oh, I should not have advantage. Oh, God.
So you just punched
14
the soul
on the
out
first
casually.
one. Yeah, and then Jesus, he's dead. I don't even. Yeah, he's just dead. And he falls to the ground as Tofu gives him the nice clean clean jab across the face, and then finishes him off with a nice palm to the stomach. The orc sits there for a second before crumbling to the ground. And then we're gonna go to Mortia.
Alright. I want to do something cool, so I will ask, like, out of character. Is it a fairly good shot that a level 3 magic missile would kill this dude if all the bolts are on him?
No, I cannot give you that information.
Okay. That is completely fair. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, you knew what you expected. You just, you tried. I just can't give you that info.
I will. Yeah, I'll use a third level slot and cast magic missile. So that will be 5 darts, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, roll me 5 magic missiles.
Boop, 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 boop.
Okay, and that will smack him for 19 damage as all 5 of your magic missiles come zooming out of the orchard and hit him in the chest. He's very, very unexpected of it. He looks to be
Alright.
bloodied as hell, as some of those magic missiles have ripped throughout his armor.
Okay. Then. Probably should just. No, there's other people's turns. I'll go ahead and pass.
Okay.
Actually, I can finish him off.
Fonze. Our boy Al's gonna go ahead and take a step up to get a clear shot at this guy. He's just gonna try and finish him off. But apparently he hasn't not recovered enough, as both of his crossbow bolts fly over the orc's head. And then we're gonna go to you, Maxwell.
All right. So, question, right?
Yes.
Can I grab one of the halves of the orc that I cut and use it as an improvised weapon?
Yes, you can.
Can I essentially grab? Can I
Damn.
beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker? That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Good deal,
Roll
good deal.
me a d20 plus 1d6.
Yes. Where's the little dice thingy one? Boop.
Oh.
And a 1d6. That's
Oh.
terrible.
Oh.
No.
You grab the body and you go to tear it apart, and as you're tearing it apart, you accidentally dislocate the spine, and most of the body becomes like this essentially rubbery meat, and you look at it and you're like, I just fucking brutalized his body. It is not a weapon that you could use, as you find out.
It is unfortunate, but you know what? That's okay. That's all right. Oh, let's see.
What about the psychological damage of hitting him with a pool noodle version of his friend?
I know, right? They don't even want to do damage this turn, just want to inflict trauma.
A bonus round.
That's funny.
It's...
I will say
mhm.
it was considered an attack, so if you'd like to continue to attack with your greatsword, you may.
What is this symbol on this guy?
It denotes that he's unconscious or asleep.
We'll let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah, I guess, I'm just gonna unfortunately rip that other orc in half on accident. Know my own strength. And then I'm gonna bop on this guy here. Just kind of like, oh, sorry. I had more implied.
And that's going to... Oh, God. He dies. Yeah, apparently Apparently you do know your strength. As he looks at you confused and you just bring your greatsword straight down on him. It sinks in his shoulder and then it cleaves through him, finishing him off.
Gonna look down on him and just be like, how am I gonna have glorious stories in the afterlife if I can't do the things I want to do? Too strong. Too strong.
And with that, combat is over. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Oh.
You're here. Don't worry. Okay. All right, Thistle, you go back over to the man, or are you going to stay in wolf form?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He seems to be unconscious.
Can I smell him?
Can I smell him?
Yeah, you can smell him. He smells like an orc. I'm just kidding.
What
Sure.
notes do
What
I get?
notes do I
Smells like
get when I
blood.
smell him?
He's got some herbs on him, you can tell. Smells like he's been traveling for a while. He's very sweaty. A lot of grime underneath his fingernails. As you guys come closer, you guys see that this is indeed a part of the Bloodbreakers, but it looks more like someone of druidic faith wearing like various animal hides as a kilt and to cover their chest. And upon closer inspection, you see that there's a symbol of Baal that is painted on the helmet, and he also seems to be wearing a pendant of Baal. Just quick glance, you can tell that he does have a couple of bags that he's traveling with. One looks to be like a money purse, and the other two, one of them is a handy sack, and then he has a leather bag that he has across his waist. And with
I'm
that,
gonna take all the bags just in case he wakes up.
okay. The rest of the party will join you all. And yeah, Alphon's gonna pipe up and say, well done. Seems like you guys are a bit more capable than I had expected. Not a lot of adventures around here know how to hold themselves, so it's good to see that you lot do. Now, looks like you took that fellow down pretty easily there, eh, Bryo? You got some plans for him?
Maybe. We need to talk. Do you need something from him, or are we good?
As far as I'm concerned, this kind are dead to me. As long as they don't come around these parts, it's all I care for. That being said,
Okay.
it's gonna be a little bit of effort to get this place up and going. Would you lot be able to take me to Phandalin afterwards, so I can at least get some help?
Yes, we would be. Goddamn words. not pleasured, but God,
Pleased?
why are words not coming to me?
Pleased?
Yes, we would be pleased to escort you to Phandalin.
Well, thank you all. I do appreciate it. And whatever time you need spent with this man, take it. I prefer to take another little nap, if you don't mind.
Not at all, sir.
Okay. He's gonna go back to the barn, and I will give you guys a second to think about what you guys want to do with this orc while I use the bathroom.
All right. Well, while you're gone, completely out of character, I am now that like Calcium is here. I am a little sad Maxwell and Yasai never got to interact. I feel like they would be like fucking amazing together.
It was just meant to happen. He's here to continue on in the spirit. He never truly left, just changed bodies.
Dude, it kind of feels like
Dude, it kind of feels like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except for
doing
Maxwell
the
is a little
exact
bit
same
more
thing.
mad. Insane, one might say.
One was like, this I
Just
was
want
like,
glory.
you know what? This I was like, I wanna I want to fight in this championship. I want glory. Maxwell's like, I'm angry. I want violence. I want glory.
Right,
What
that's how you
barbarian
get glory,
subclass
through
are you?
anger and violence.
Yeah, but I
Bear
feel
totem.
like-
Yeah, but I
Yes.
feel like
Ah,
I feel like
Yasai
feel like-
was, I guess, healing. It was like a double attack.
Okay,
That was.
about this orc.
probably should.
Okay,
Mhm.
so-
probably
okay,
should
sorry, I'll stop.
tie its hands and feet.
Yeah. And take weapons away, because all I did was take
Berserker,
bags
that's-
away. Because, I mean, druid, but might have weapons or things.
Well, if it makes you feel.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Thistle's kind of just gnawing on him a little bit,
Just because she can.
just because
Okay.
she can.
I'm gonna be like, thank you, Drew. So,
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if we're
Yeah.
gonna completely take all his items, make sure we, check all the compartments and whatnot. Assuming
Yeah.
we're gonna interrogate him, I would still be wary of them having access to their mouth to be able to speak, but
yeah, like, absolutely.
we take them gambles. I'm here for it.
Don't,
I am
Druid
back.
needs something
We might
to
need,
focus their magic through.
we might need
Welcome.
Thistle.
They would be able to magic.
Yes.
Yes.
We might need a signal either for Thistle to tell us when it seems like maybe it's a druidic spell, or just fairy Thistle back.
So do you want me to come?
So do you
I
want me
mean, if
to
they're casting a spell at
out
all,
of wolf form?
That is
but
up to
I
you.
am
Yeah,
also,
but I am also, I know the Druidic language, so I would be able to.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you do in your wolf form. I'm not sure how it works.
I do keep my.
I do keep my
Oh, yeah, true.
brain, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't sure like what you were gonna be
if you
able
could
to
talk
do.
as a dog.
Yeah.
You can use your speak with animals to talk to her.
I could.
Yes. So, you guys are now surrounding this orc. Bryo takes his bags away from him. What would you guys like to do?
We want to look around, like look at him and take anything that might look like weapons or anything else that he has besides like clothes, obviously, away
Okay.
and tie him up.
He was carrying a dagger on his leg, which you take off, and he had the spear. And you notice that tucked inside of his leather robe, you pull out what looks to be like a book that is the face and the back, or the covering of the book is made out of rough animal leather, and you can see that on the front of it is a symbol of Baal, and it is currently locked. But touching it, you can definitely feel there's some evil presence to it, Bryo. And you can assume that you cannot open it unless you are the owner of it. But other than that,
Okay.
besides the bags he has, he doesn't seem to be carrying anything else.
Okay. We're gonna take Lane's rope, tie him up.
Okay. The man
Interesting.
is now tied up.
I'm going to assume that everybody else goes looking through the contents. Searching someone's possessions and stuff isn't very Maxwell-esque, but I'll inquire if there's anything of note or interest in his bags, since I'm going to.
Oh, I
probably just keep an eye
absolutely
on this
would.
guy.
Alright, Bryo. As you look through his bags, the third one, the coin purse, he seems to be carrying some platinum coins. They're about 5 gold apiece, and there's about 3 of them in there. And then he has about like 20 or so gold pieces and some various gems, about 3 of them. They don't look the best. you glance from your knowledge, you could probably sell them to a jeweler. Yep, but it'll definitely take some effort before they become really worth of anything. So maybe a couple gold pieces each. And then looking through his bigger bag, you see that it is full of alchemical and herbalism recipes, as well as some unfinished potions. You're not quite sure what they are, as they're there's a couple of them. There's two of them. One of them is yellow, a murky yellow, very similar to urine, and then another one that seems to be this weird teal colored liquid, a little milky to it. Both corked very well and with a rope on top as to stop them from spilling, and then some recipes in Orcish that he seems to have scrawled onto some parchment paper. And then when you look into his leather bag, you take the little clasp off, and inside it you see kind of what you were expecting. There's a couple bones lying about, some feathers here and there, and then there's about 4 or 5 little stick figures that are bunched by what look to be some hair of sort. And as you pull them out, you recognize that all of the colors of hair relate to the colors of hair that your party has. One for each member besides Yeshua. And then you see that there's a note, a singular piece of paper, and you unfold it, and you see that it is what looks to be like some sort of scout's report with the Bloodbreaker symbol stamped at the bottom of it. Do you speak or do you know Orcish?
I don't, but I think someone here does, so I would have handed the note to them.
Okay.
Yeah, Maxwell speaks Orc.
Right.
Taking a look at the letter, Maxwell, you see that it is a scout's report claiming that they have taken over the ranch, and that they will send word out as soon as they can to let them know that, hey, y'all can come start running the ranch, and we've fully got it for ourselves. It even states that they have captured the quote-unquote leader of the farm and will be interrogating him. And then closer down to the bottom of the page, you also see that there seems to be some connotation of a sacrifice, talking about how maybe his blood might be good enough to use, but of course that will be up to the leader to decide. And until he can make it to Butterskull, they will go ahead and hold him here captive for a while. They also state that since it's far enough away from the city, from Neverwinter, that they most likely won't be bothered here, and they might have found themselves a nice little place to call home amidst the wilderness. And then at the bottom, you can see that it is a chant, a prayer, and it is specifically to Baal, talking about how we fight for you in your honor, we kill for your acceptance, and we shed blood so that way one day you may be able to come across this world again. And then at the bottom, just a little note. It says that they are getting closer and closer to preparing to meet the Lord Cryovane.
Oh yeah. All right. So as you're explaining those, I'll read it off line by line to them. Mostly kind of focusing. I guess his only question would really be about the Cryovane thing, because that name is not familiar, at least in the time he's been with the group.
Yeah.
But
Does that does that mean they're gonna be coming back here? Is our job done?
I feel like that
Well-
this is the group that they were calling back, right?
But if the whole clan thinks this is a safe place, then
Right.
maybe more will come. We may need to ask, see if there's anyone Fandolin willing to stay here and protect it.
Well, Fandolin's
But
all
then again-
going to the little bunker we just cleared out.
Yeah. Well, if if time of crisis, yes, they will go there. They're not all heading there now. They want to
You
keep their
don't
home.
know that.
It sounds like what we need to do is ask, and he's gonna kick the orc guy on the ground. We need to ask him these questions: when his friends
Yeah.
will be arriving, what is our time frame, and everything.
Yeah. All right. I will prepare to strike if he tries anything. I step back, readying magic missile on him if he tries to attack anyone, like break the ropes or anything like that.
Tofu, I have a question.
Tofu, I have a question for you.
Are you in wolf form?
I just changed
I
out.
Oh, okay.
just changed out.
Yeah? Ask your question.
Ask it.
You've been around.
You've been around for a really long time. Have you heard anything about a person named Cryovane, or does that ring a bell anywhere? I know you got your memories kind of messed up, but I don't know.
You see that he sits there for a second. He pulls out his little pipe. You see he puts some herbs into it and he puffs on it a little bit. Let's say I've heard the name a couple of times, but it was always in reference to the dragon.
Can I pull out the book that we put in
Yeah.
I can't word Lane's bag,
Yep.
and I'll look through it real quick.
There doesn't seem to be any sign, or yeah, there's no notation or writing of the name Cryovane in this book. You look through some of the sections that
Okay.
you think might have talked about draconic history, but unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything in that regard. But I don't know if it was because of a priest or if it was a bunch of crazy kobolds. I just remember them saying that he had ice veins, so I don't know if it was a name or if it was like a description, you know?
Well, that white dragon that has been spewing heat. Maybe the dragon's name is Cryovane.
You know what? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, most dragons do have a name. It's just normally in their tongue. Maybe these followers have been attaching a label to them or something, eh?
Okay.
Any holes
guys
that we
ready
have
to
in any
talk
of our
to him?
questions? I am. I can translate if he lies.
Okay. Okay.
To add on to the, I guess, atmosphere that he should probably tell us the truth, I want to grab the orc that I accidentally turned into jelly over here. I'm going to drop it next to him.
Okay. You guys gonna wake him up now?
Yeah, I'll do my classic slap.
Okay. You slap him awake.
The classic.
What the hell? Oh, well, I see. He looks around and surveys the scene, noticing his bindings and the bodies around him, as well as the body in half. And he looks up at you all and goes, "Well, congratulations. You killed my men. What do you want from me?"
We have some questions for you. We need you to answer them. And if you don't, we're just gonna kill you. So, you ready?
Torture.
Sure. What are your questions?
Okay. Number 1. Are there more of you coming?
No. Maybe. Just depends.
On what?
He looks around. If any of them got away.
No, they were all staying here.
We were supposed
except
to give
you.
word out, so that way the others would come back. But I suppose I'm the last one breathing of that word.
Oh, are you the original group that did this?
No,
I point to the dead bodies.
but they sacrificed them for us, so when we came here, it'd be easier.
Is that group planning on coming back?
Well, nobody knows about this place. Not yet, anyway. We were supposed to have scouts head out today to tell our leader, but clearly you've disposed of everyone.
What's with the weird?
What's with the
Do you think he's
weird
telling
dolls?
the truth?
hair dolls?
Wouldn't you like to know, eh? Let's just say you've got a present coming for you in your near future.
Can I insight check on the previous question?
Go ahead. Roll me an insight check.
Sorry.
Well, it seems you lot already have made friends.
Oh.
He doesn't
Well.
seem to really give off anything other than confidence right now.
Can I actually take?
Can I actually take a closer look at
Yeah.
the dolls?
Just like I told Brio, they're just like they're stick figures essentially, just like a bunch of hay bundled together by rope, and then they all have a lock of hair that each doll has a lock of hair that is the same color as every single person besides Yeshua's hair color.
Does it look like us, or it's just like a doll?
It's just a doll.
Okay. Back in character. Do more of your group have these dolls?
No. You can't do anything with them unless you know what to do with them. A lot of these idiots around here couldn't even function a fork correctly if you told them. Let's just say it's a little fun project we've been putting together. A welcoming gift.
I'm gonna stab his leg a little and just say, that's not very welcoming.
Ah! Oh well. Who cares about warm welcomes anyway? In the heat of battle, you don't have a time for pleasantries.
That seems very welcoming to me.
I'll look to Brio.
Yes.
How do you feel about his responses so far?
I mean, not great. But I
Okay,
mean,
so
do you mean
then
how do
I'll
I
look to
feel
the orc
emotionally?
guy. I mean, like, you know, do they feel satisfactory to what it is that you're trying to get out of him? Do you think that he's being as forthcoming as he can?
I don't know. All I can tell is he feels. I think he's very confident in the situation, and I think we just need to. We need to take control of this situation.
Can I try? And
Can I try and see what kind of... Can I make an Arcana check on these dolls, see if there's anything coming off of them?
No, there is no magical energy coming off the dolls. They just seem to be made out of stick, wood, and a lock of hair.
I know that's not fucking right.
So you done asking me questions, or
then
can
I'll
I die
ask
now?
him. I'll ask him an orc about the dolls.
What do you say?
I'm gonna ask him who are the dolls represented, or who is the representation of the dolls?
Victims of Bao.
So I'm going to hold out a hand for Thistle. I'm going to ask her for one of the dolls, and I'm going to dangle it in front of my face and at him, and I'm going to look at him and say, "This one doesn't look like you."
He laughs, and then he says to you in Orcish, "Your time is low. Don't waste my time any more than you already are."
I will ask Bryle for permission to dislocate his arm.
The fact that
I
you're
just give
asking
like a subtle up nod.
up not as funny.
Yeshua's gonna look away.
You walk over and you just force his arm out of its socket, and you see that he screams in pain because I mean he's bound up, so this is very difficult for him to move around. And so you guys hear the crack as it comes out of place, and then he steps away, and then the orc sitting down bound looks at you all and he goes, "These questions you're asking are foolish. You really must be in the dark about what's going on. What I can tell you is, our leader, the one atop the icy fortress, he's the one that we are going to be serving. By Baal's guidance, we will spread death and misery across these lands, and there's nothing that any of you can do about it. Do not waste my time with these foolish questions."
What kind of sacrifice were you guys trying to do? What's it for?
So that maybe we, one day, would be able to see our Lord rise upon this planet, to find a vessel for him. One that has been in the preparations for a long time coming.
Who's the leader that you just talked about?
He looks at you. Are you talking about the one upon the mountain?
Yes.
But you all have already met him, have you not?
Please tell me it's not the dragon.
The
You're not
one
taking
who's
orders from a
destroyed
fucking dragon?
your village, no? Caused you all to scurry and panic, fear running through your veins. He is that which sees everything from above.
Fear.
As a wise man once told me, anything the light touches, he owns. And he is going to quickly throw his head back in a maniacal laugh as you see his eyes begin to glow red and the pendant on his chest begins to glow, the skeletal eyes shining brightly. And then as he gives one final chuckle, you see that he slowly begins to disintegrate, and he is dead, turning into a pile of ash as a black mist evaporates from his body.
Missed.
Yeshua,
Okay, does it look like teleported?
Yeshua, you can detect there is an evil presence coming off of this body, or this now pile of ash.
Yeah, Joshua will kind of step forward and kind of be like, "Hey, no one touch that. There's something's not right about it."
So, what kind of herbs and stuff did you guys get off of him?
There was herbs and alchemical supplies, some recipes in Orcish that I'll hand to Maxwell.
These recipes,
generally,
Maxwell, one of them seems to be a poison of some sort, and another one, which you probably will be piqued by the most, it is a death reversal concoction, an attempt to, and it says in the notes that this is the only thing that we could come close to that would put you at the door's death to meet death himself without being dead.
Okay. I'm gonna put in here potions, various death potion or various poison, and one experimental death potion.
Can I give Thistle the other potions
Yeah,
that were like
you could put two. You can put three weird or three unfinished potions in your inventory, Thistle. I suppose we So I guess we just sweep this man up and let Vandalin know that we've secured the place, then, huh?
I also want to know what's going on with that. You guys picked up a book, didn't you?
You had a book.
yes. I don't know if we're gonna be able to open it. I mean, I can try, but I might explode the way
I
I
don't know
exploded
if
when
you
I
should
opened that
try.
letter.
I feel like somebody who is more magically inclined should try.
I think maybe Mortia should try.
I can. Uh, can can you hand me the book?
Yeah.
When I'm handed the book, I'm going. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I can feel anything like particularly magical about it?
You don't need to, as you also feel the energy coming off of this book. It seems to be sealed by something arcane.
Hmm. And hmm. What if I stab it with my shadow blade? Maybe that could like open it, like the world's biggest magical lockpick.
What level is that spell?
It's a level 2 spell, but I can upcast it to 3.
Do you want to stab this thing? Are you like? Do you want to stab this thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna set the book down on the ground. Uh, I'll use a third level slot to make my shadow blade, and I'm going to like push the blade into like where it would like open, try and like see if my magic can
So
unseal
Brile
it,
step away is
quote
fire.
unquote.
Okay. As you grasp your shadow blade and you begin to push it between the clasp, you eventually feel it give, and you all hear a shattering of glass kind of echo throughout as this black energy field around the surface cracks, and then it opens, and you see that the book automatically opens to the first page, and then it begins flipping through the pages randomly before it stops on a singular page. And you see that on it there is a picture of all of you, very roughly drawn, and then what looks to be like an incantation sigil in the center of the page with various blood drop symbols and skulls all over it. And around each person's picture is what also seems to be various other symbols and sigils, all written in Orcish.
I hold open the book and show it to Maxwell. Please, sir, what does this say?
This is a book
Yeah, let me get a good squint.
that describes a sacrifice using souls of great power. And essentially, upon sacrificing these souls, you can convert them into kind of like magic energy for something else. And the very last part of the page describes taking the power and putting it into something else, so the way it can become a vessel for a higher power.
Yeah, so I'll explain it. It seems that they think that we are strong, and that by capturing, I'm assuming, our essence or some sort, they can transfer it or collect it and transfer it into some other undefined vessel. And then squinting a little further at the book and sort of looking at all the sigils and stuff, it's gonna stand up really tall and go, "They think I'm strong."
I love that. Okay.
This worries me, but I mean, if we have the book, that means they don't. I'll shut the book and put it into my bag.
Okay. Alrighty.
What should I call it?
Just put orcish. Orcish spellbook. At this point, Al will be returning to you guys, and you can see that he has a bag now with him, with some various pots and pans hanging on the outside, and a traveler's bag. And he says, "All right. Well, I hope your investigation was good. Although I don't know what you guys did with the fella, but I'm ready to head on out to Phandalin when you are."
I think we're all ready. Does anyone have any lasting business they needed to do?
Is the
Is
pendant still
Lane's
on the
rope
body?
okay?
Yeah, the rope is okay. Would you say, Maxwell?
Is the pendant still on the body?
It is gone.
Okay, so all right. Interesting. Now, so there's really nothing to bring back of this guy. Let's see. No, I can't think of anything at the moment that we would need here. Phandalin sounds like a good plan.
Ooh, and because I got those potions, maybe I can give them to old lady and maybe she can look at them.
Yeah.
I have a question real quick there for Drago. Is it possible to learn languages, like during downtime or while we're traveling?
Unfortunately,
Party knows
no.
it?
You could get like a book for translation, but you wouldn't inherently know the language. It would unfortunately
Okay.
it would take years to learn a new language.
I mean that is completely fair. I just
It is a good idea. Like I don't hate it though.
man, my languages don't mean much.
All right. What would you guys like
I
to
don't
do?
think we have any, yeah.
I think we're ready to travel, then.
On the road again.
Okay. You guys finish up your business at the old Butterskull Ranch and begin making your way back to Phandalin. About a good 2 hours have passed since your ambush. So it would have been about 4 p.m. or so as you guys make your way back. Traveling across the Tribord Trail is still very pleasant. And no, you guys do not see any sign of anything flying above or off in the distance. It seems to be a very, very nice summer day. And when you guys get to the crossroad that heads to Phandalin, about 2 hours away, or 2 hours down the road, you do come across some traveling merchants, and some of them stop and offer you guys some rations or some food, and tell you that, hey, be careful going to Phandalin. From what we've heard, they are looking to move some of their people due to an attack. They are all have recently traveled there in the past day.
but has heard rumors that they might be relocating. Some of the higher ups in the city seem to have moved quite a lot of the shops and sales or business owners in Phandalin already, and he said that it looks like there was a small envoy of maybe like a good 70 people or so, commoners and the like, who seem to have also been heading out of town, and he does let you guys all know that they seem to be leaving via the south exit. And yeah, taking that word, you guys do come to Phandalin. Let me make sure I got everybody where I need you. Okay, and as you guys enter Phandalin, oh, the beautiful town, you do notice that there's nobody on the streets. The Barthen's provision show, it looks completely empty. Even most of the even the owner and the two kids don't seem to be anywhere in sight. In fact, it looks almost boarded up. And as you pass through houses and the like, you notice that it does seem like people have left Phandalin. And making your way to the center of town, Stonehill is also closed up, and there seems to be only a few travelers left in the area. Tofu even says that he's kind of surprised that there aren't more people here, but he understands. And Big Al will make the note that, looks like they're already off to find Sanctuary, so maybe we should follow them wherever it is they went. And as you guys are traveling through town, you will see Sister Garael, who seems to be talking to Esmeralda, her arm still in a sling, and she'll walk over to the group, and will say to you all, "Oh, welcome back to town. So far we've got most of the people heading their way now to the fortress. We can't thank you enough for clearing that place out for us. Was your venture well received?"
Yes, we have managed free Butterskull Ranch, and we brought the owner here with us because he needed some help from Phandalin. So it seems everyone's heading off.
Oh, fantastic. It's good to see Al in good condition. And she nods to him, and he grunts as he takes a little bite of some meat. Well, I don't know what lies for you all next, but we cannot help but thank you. I will go ahead and take down a report for the rest of the city for you all, and let them know of your accomplishment. In the meantime, we don't have payment for you, but just know that the hope and inspiration you're bringing us, it's more than we could even value.
You don't need to worry about me at the moment. We are here to help the town.
I really wish there were more people like you all in this world. And she says hello to you, Yeshua. Oh, another new face amongst the group. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Sister Garael.
What god do you serve?
Tamora.
It was nice to meet you.
You as well. Hopefully her luck will shine upon us all, especially those out such as yourselves venturing. Now I have a little bit of business to tend to, just making sure we have all of the supplies we need to keep going for a little bit while. As you'll notice, the town is currently vacated. That being said, we do have scouts in the area to keep an eye on everything in case someone does appear in town, or should anything else arise. But for now, if you need any of our services, you can find us down at the Fortress of Axholm. And then I think that is it. She will then tell you. I think that's pretty much it. She asks if anybody has anything for her, anything to inquire upon, or anything of the sort before she heads off to work.
Is there anyone on hand you can spare to keep an eye on Butterskull Ranch while we're away from it?
I can have some hoppers sent out and keep an eye on things for us.
Just to keep an eye.
How long? Well, no. And she says that, yeah, she'll go keep an eye on things and keep into connection with Big Al. And whenever he is ready to, or whenever the city's ready to, reestablish themselves, they will talk with Al on getting him resources in the hands he may need.
Perfect.
In the meantime, Esmeralda will come up to the group as Sister Grail begins to walk off, and she'll bid you all a nice fair day and say, "Hello, everyone, and it's good to see that you all made it back from your last skirmish. Again, thank you for finding us a place to call home, or at least a second home. Were you guys able to find anything out on your venture?"
Well, the Bloodbreakers, they are indeed worshipping this white dragon that has been appearing.
Oh, I
Seems they're
see.
trying to gain power through this dragon. I kind of reach in, pull out the spellbook, and kind of show a little bit. We managed to get this off of what seemed to be a spellcaster from them. Seemed to
Interesting.
know more than what the others.
Huh. Well, if you don't mind, I could send that in for information and see if any of our druid connections could try to decipher exactly what they were doing.
I can try and decipher it.
Do you know the language Orcish? Orcish?
I can ask Maxwell, can't I?
If you would like to
I mean,
do that,
Maxwell already did kind of read it.
if you would like to do that, it would take time. Because you know the language, but it is a mixture of druidic symbols and Orcish, so you would have to essentially try to decipher like what words they're using in place of common words that you would see. So if you want to spend like 4 hours, you could. Or you could give it to Sister Grail and let her have her people do it.
I guess. I don't really mind either way, to be honest.
So why did you say something about it?
Because I have the option.
So are you trying to use that option, or are you
It's
just
valid.
mentioning it?
I mean, realistically thinking about it, it's probably easier to give it to her, which gives me more time to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we would appreciate if you would look into this. I hand her the book.
Thank you very much. You see that she puts it in a bag, making sure that it's closed and by itself. And then she'll turn to the group and say, "All right, well, there's not much else that we have to do in the city before we leave. We should all be out of here by midnight, so if you all choose to remain here, everything is locked, so you'll probably have to hide amongst the alleyways or amongst the shrubbery if you do decide to take shelter here. But as far as we know, we don't have any scouts or any travelers that are supposed to be coming through for any business."
I do have one question real quick. Even though everyone is already in Axholm, do you still want us to check out the logger camp and see if we can get that at least situated?
We would very much appreciate it, as they're going to have quite a lot of the resources that we need to, fix the town. We've got quite a lot of holes in buildings, and it's going to take a couple of weeks for us to get fully back and up and running, but if you could get started on that, I don't see why we couldn't have things ready to go and begin our repairs within the next 2 weeks.
Alright then. Thank you, Sister Bruno.
Of course.
informs of our next move then.
Oh, and one of our scouts, Falcon, he said that he'll be waiting for your arrival at his hunting mansion. So don't be afraid to give him a little visit along your way through the woods. Trust me, he's hard to miss. He did say there was some report of orcs in the area, but not of the kind that attacked us. So maybe they're along a more fortuitous kind. And with that, she's gonna bid you all farewell and go meet up with Sister Grail to finish their business. And that is where we will end the session.
Real
Right, we
quick,
don't really got
just
much-
for some flavor. For the last, 2 hours while we were traveling, Ryle completely disassociated.
Oh, okay.
So, she was not here. She heard locked and perked up, but then disassociated again.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Well, that's everything. We will pick it up probably next week, or at least whenever we can again. And you guys will be in Phandalin at about 6 p.m. or so. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Understandable. Hope everyone has a good. Tomorrow is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Alrighty. I got nothing else for you guys.